Good morning. It is 20 past 10-ish about. Anyway, it's Saturday the 4th of February and I didn't have planned to do a vlog this weekend. I'm not doing anything this weekend. I was planning on doing a vlog next weekend, a reading vlog. I'm not doing anything next weekend either, but anyway. I just woke up this morning going, why don't I do a vlog this weekend? So here we are. There's not a lot going on at all, but I am planning out my content now, and that seems to be going really well because throughout January I succeeded in uploading twice a week, which is a nice consistent upload schedule. I'm really enjoying it. I don't feel like I'm putting too much on myself, which is exactly what I wanted. So I have my sort of content planned loosely for the next few weeks, and this is just going to slot in as a third video this week. So yeah, things are going really well. I'm enjoying it actually, and it is making me want to get those couple of videos done because I'm not trying to get 3 massive videos recorded, trying to come up with things last minute. It's all working out nicely. So I do need to add a couple of books to my wrap up, but I also need to write them in my book journal. So as is always, we are behind in the book journal. But that's fine, not too far behind. I will admit I haven't done a lot of reading over the last few days. In fact, I found myself last night scrolling YouTube shorts for about 2 hours when I had sat down to read. So hopefully by vlogging this weekend, I will actually focus on reading. But I'm not going to talk too much about my reading, which for a weekend reading vlog is a bit weird. I am, as I stated in my February TBR, the first 14 days of February I'm going to be working on SBFBA finalists, and I don't really talk too much about my thoughts. I wait for the review, so it's a nice surprise at the end of it, and I'm currently 26 pages into one of my finalists because I sat down to read it last night, didn't do any reading. We're going to work on it this afternoon. So I have 4 books left to read. And any that I don't, obviously, as I said, finish in the first 2 weeks, are going to go over to the start of March. And I'm fully expecting to hit the deadline, which is fantastic, just 4 left to read. I do have one other that I haven't written the review yet, but that's going to be for next weekend. Like I said, a nice stretch of videos, nothing too pressured to focus on. Things that are not going so well. My token system for books, for buying books. It lasted 26 days. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a book haul or just wait a bit later on and wait till the end of February or something. I didn't buy lots of books, but I bought more books than I should have, and yeah, that's just that. The token system didn't work. But other things, I'm about to go into town because I need a few bits and pieces, and I want to get into town fairly early and get home because Amazon's coming today. Yeah, and I just need to go and get the bus now. I was going to take some stuff down to the charity shop, but I think I need sort out a few more things, and I will take it down at another date. But I do need to go and get some scratching things for the cats. I did used to buy them £20 for 3 scratching pads, which always lasted really well. And then I bought the ones from Wilkinson's, which are £3.50 each. Don't last nearly as long. Guess which ones the cats like better? Yeah, it's the cheap ones. So I need to go and get some more of those because I put the last one out the other day and one of them needs throwing away into the recycling. So there's not a lot going on. They are both asleep upstairs. I don't know what they were doing. I woke up, there's just tufts of fur. I don't know, they were playing a lot. They were chasing each other this morning as well. I think they've worn themselves out and they are now currently sleeping. So while they're sleeping, I'm going to go into town and we'll come back and work on stuff later, get snuggly with my fluffy blanket and do some reading, and then work on the book journal and do just a few other bits and pieces. So let's get into town. Oh, I bought some new shoes. I bought some Skechers, some trainers. I've reached the age where I really need proper arch support, otherwise my hips hurt. I'm an old lady now, so I'm going to go wear my new shoes into town. no problem. Is it worth just checking when we pop it? Alright. It's 1 o'clock now. I don't quite know what the cats are up to. I can hear noises, which are never a good thing. Anyway, I have had lunch now and I've done all the things I need to do in town. I actually bought myself a sandwich from Marks and Spencer, which was really, really nice. Don't often buy stuff from there because it's really expensive, but it's always really, really tasty. So I've got that tea to try at some point as well. I really like Earl Grey tea, but I've never tried Marks and Spencer's Earl Grey tea, and I've never tried that variant of it. So looking forward to giving that a try. Also, Waterstones. I didn't end up buying that book. When I was holding it in the spine, it was quite badly ripped, and it was the only copy they had. And I don't know why I didn't realise it was ripped when I picked it up. So I am still really interested in that book, and I am probably due a trip to Lincoln before much longer. So I shall put it on my list to see if I can get it from there. But in the meantime, we have books. These arrived while I was out. Fortunately, they fit through the letterbox, so I was expecting them to come later on in the day, but I got the early delivery slots. So they've come in two separate ones because one is like a normal published book, one is a self-published book. So which one do we have in here? Oh, we have Into the Wind-Racked Wilds by A. Deborah Baker. Now, this is the third book, or it's a novella. It's the third novella in the series that spun off from, what's it called? The one with the hand on the front. I can't remember what it's called. You know the one. It's Sean and Maguire. There's going to be 4 books altogether. Oh, spun off from Middle Game. That's it. Have we got a series title? No, it just says As A. Deborah Baker. I've been really debating these because they're expensive novellas. These Tor.com ones are expensive, and her Next Wayward Children one is out at the end of the month, and it's £18. That's a lot of money for a novella. But the reviews are really good, and I kind of want to get it. So I'm a bit conflicted because it's £18 for a novella. This was £13 something, which is still quite a lot, but I am finding that I just love Sean Maguire stuff, so I will probably end up getting it. So shall I read this weekend? I might read this weekend. Yes, I do still need to work on my SBFBO stuff, but this is I don't know. And then the other one is a self-published book that I read, and I decided I needed a physical copy of because it's bloody fantastic. So this is The Book of Zog by Alec Hudson. This was the first book I read this year, and I gave it 5 stars, which is a bit of a spoiler for my wrap-up. I did mean to get around to doing a review of it, and it just never happened. But yeah, this is cozy Lovecraftian fantasy. Yeah, it's very shiny. But yeah, I'm really enjoying Alec Hudson's stuff, so I'm looking forward to exploring more of that. I had The Shadows of Dust in my batch for last year, and it was very, very nearly a semi-finalist, but I had such a good batch of books. And The Umbral Storm is in the finalist this year, and I finished that one the other day, and I still really, really enjoyed it. So there is other stuff to read. Definitely see if you can get this one. It's on Kindle Unlimited. Highly recommend it. So those are my 2 little purchases, and I shall decide what I'm reading, because I don't know. I do really, really need to get on with my SBFBO finalist, but I may read that novella just so I've got something there. And as for the Wayward Children series, I've been wanting to do a reread of the whole thing, because I think I reread a couple of times the first few books, and then I just read them as they came out. And Books of Lala's just done a vlog where she reread the entire series before the new one, and she really enjoyed them again. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can squeeze the book budget probably to get that novella. And yeah, there's only one more of this one to come out, and that's the cover just got announced the other day, I think. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to get a nice cold drink and see what I fancy doing. So I shall talk to you all later. It's 4:15 now. I've been doing a little bit of reading this afternoon. Interrupted frequently by Lila, who has been very, very cuddly today. I'm not going to argue with that because she's not always an affectionate cat, but when she's affectionate, she wants it all the time, all at once. So she's also an affection biter. So yeah. I've been reading when I can, and when she's not been pushing her face into mine with her little wet nose. I also gave them the box from the shoes that I bought yesterday, but I had to cut the lid off because Lila sat in the box and then the lid closed on her and she shot in the air and is now scared of the box, so I had to cut the lid off. So I will take that out at some point to the recycling. It's nearly time to feed these two. Spence has been asleep and has just stirred because she's realised it's food time. So I did decide to read some more of the SBFBO finalist I'm on, which is Fire of the Four Bears. As I said, I didn't get too much reading done because Lila won't let you do anything else when she wants attention. We're really just still getting introduced to the characters in the world. It's a very interesting setup. I'm just looking forward to seeing where it's going. Both cats are sleepy. Lila's not had an afternoon nap, so that's going to be fun later on. So I think I'll feed them in a bit, and then I think I'm going to work on my book journal for a bit as well, so I can get my notes for my January wrap-up. We're already a month through the year. Anyway, I think I'm going to go and see what's going on YouTube for a bit. It is 6 o'clock. I think I've reached new lows of lighting. I've got a lamp in front of me below me. It's not flattering, but I have eaten, the cats have eaten. Neither of them are downstairs at the moment, so I'm assuming they've gone upstairs to sleep. I'm assuming Lila is finally having a nap. But I've changed my mind about my reading, and I'm going to read this tonight. I keep picking it up, I want to read it. So it's only a novella, it's 200 pages, so I think I can read most of this tonight. It is only 6 o'clock, so the chances are high, so let's get into this. I'm still on page 1. I was actually debating rereading the first two, but Shauna Maguire has given us a recap, which is always appreciated. Good morning. It is 6:20 on Sunday the 5th of February. A bit early for a Sunday morning, but the kitties were causing absolute mayhem, and I normally get up earlier than this in the week, and they don't understand the concept of weekends. Yesterday I got up early, fed them, went back to bed, but I don't feel like going back to bed today, so we're up. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, and I'm going to try the Empress Grey tea bags. It is light. I hope it's got enough bloody caffeine in it. So, last night I did read Into the Wind-Wracked Wilds. Not as much as I'd hoped because I got scrolling on my phone on YouTube Shorts. And I really need to kick that habit because I'm not even enjoying it. The algorithms are just stupid. Don't like half the videos, well, more than half the videos I end up watching. And I don't know why, I just keep watching it. So we need to get rid of that habit. And last night it was like watched, I don't know, half a second before I scrolled away of a video before I realised it was a pregnancy related video. So the next 10,000 videos you get recommended are like, oh, obviously you want more of this. So yeah, we need to focus on reading and less on YouTube Shorts. And I was thinking as well, the way to do it is perhaps time my reading. So I would actually have to, stop the timer if I started scrolling YouTube. That might be a way of doing it, because I don't want to stop the timer. It's quite a busy day today. I actually need to walk to Asda, not Aldi, because I'm running low on Lila's dry food, and Asda's the place to get it. She doesn't have the same one as Spencer. Lila has a hairball formulation one. So I was thinking I could walk to Asda, which I'm probably going to regret because it's a long walk. But I feel like walking it. I've got videos to make, I've got some cleaning to do, I'm going to do some batch cooking as well tonight. So fairly busy, may not get that much reading done, but maybe after breakfast because supermarkets don't open till 10. So if I leave here about 9:30 and it's just after 6:20, have some breakfast, get ready, and then I could do some reading while I wait till it's time to go. But first job of the day is to get some bloody caffeine in. It is 20 to 9. I set a timer and I read for 42 and a bit minutes, and then I managed to finish Into the Wind-Wracked Wilds. Bit of a mouthful, that one. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I'm so pleased that I decided to continue on with this series after all. This one is more about being true to who you are, and we learn more about how this whole up and under world works. And yeah, I just really, really enjoyed it. So the fourth book actually comes out later on this year, and I think that's the final book. And what I think I might do is, I don't know if I want to reread the series before I read the last one. I'm not sure, but the start where I said it was a recap, it's basically just sort of explains what the world is, rather than this is what has happened in the last two books. So yeah, that was really nice. The tea. It was nice. A bit bright and citrusy for a morning cup of tea. I want something a little bit stronger, and less, I don't know, so bright and tangy. But it was really nice. But it's not a first thing in the morning cup of tea. I just want something nice and hot, like my PG Tips. Really, for first thing in the morning. Be a nice daytime drink. I've got a little while before I can leave for Asda because the shops don't open till 10. It's only going to take me about half an hour to walk there, so I think I might work on finishing my last little bit of notes I need for my wrap up, which I'm going to record today. And I have a sleepy cat next to me. She's not too happy with me because I keep moving to get comfortable. But she's a sleepy girl. Sister's upstairs. Well, it's a beautiful morning and I've been to Asda. I'm just walking home now, and it's a little bit longer than I planned to be, so someone I knew had a little bit of a chat. I've got a backpack full of stuff. I only needed a few bits and pieces. I spent £50. Not sure how that happened. Gosh, it's bright. I just went into British Heart Foundation because I cannot let a charity shop pass me by without looking at the books. Got really excited. They had Oathbringer. Never see Brandon Sanderson in a charity shop. Unfortunately, I'm only missing Rhythm of War, so I didn't get them. And you know what, I'm debating taking a slight detour, going to get a coffee. It's not that far out away. Yeah, let's get a coffee. It's 11:15, just got back, got changed because I was sweating by the time I got home. I had that backpack I carried, got all my shopping wedged into it, so heavy, and honestly it was so warm that I would have been warm enough just in a cardigan outside. So I stopped off and got a coffee, got it iced today. Is it truly a vlog if there is no Starbucks? It's the question. Can you vlog without a Starbucks? Anyway, got it iced, yummy. So yeah, not a lot going on. I bought myself a nice little treat for lunch, a supermarket sushi. I know, exciting, but went past it, looked nice, so that's what I've got for lunch. The cat's agitated because there's a cat outside, and that's where we are. I have all my notes ready. I got my wrap-up notes ready before I went out, and I'm just going to waste some time, drink my coffee. I'm going to put some makeup on after lunch, I think, and then do my videos. And then I've got stuff to do. I've got some stuff to batch cook tonight. I just had a few ingredients I was going to get, and I got them. I remembered everything, apart from the potato. I wanted a potato for tea. jacket potato. But that's not till Tuesday, so there's still time. But I'm rambling, there's not a lot going on, so I will catch up with you when there's something more interesting happening. It's about 1:30, I think. I got my 2 videos done. They ended up being quite long. It just took me a long time to get to the point today. So I do need to go and get some editing done because the wrap up just need to go up today. I think Lila has had a poo. She was making some strange noises earlier. Why are they so loud? They are such tiny creatures. Yeah, let's go and deal with that. So yeah, wrap up done. I need to tidy in here. I know I said that in my last vlog and just haven't done it yet. But yeah, I do need to go and sort a lot of stuff out this afternoon. So I am going to go and deal with things, get this edited, go and deal with whatever Lila has left me, because I think Spencer's asleep upstairs. She's asleep on my dirty washing. So I'm not washing that today while she's asleep. So anyway, let's go and deal with things and then we'll come back later. It's just before 3. No, it isn't. It's 3:05. I have just set my wrap-up rendering. That took way too long to edit, but it's saving, so it's going to take a while. I do have a few things to get done now. I need to get my sausages cooked for my batch cooking tonight. I was going to do chicken, but when I was wandering around the supermarket, the sausages attracted me more, so I need those cooked before I start everything else. I need to get those done. I'm also going to hoover because there's cat hair tufts everywhere. It's like I don't know what they've been doing, but there's just clumps, probably where they've been fighting, and Lila is not the most intelligent cat, shall we say, so when she uses the litter tray, she gets stuff in the litter tray, but the litter comes out of the litter tray, so I need to hoover all that up, which you don't really need to know about because it's gross. So yeah, I'm going to get on with stuff while this is rendering, and we'll talk in a bit. Maybe I'll get some reading done tonight. That's the plan anyway. Time myself reading again. It will be the SBFBA finalist. So yeah, I'm going to go and do other stuff so that when the evening comes I can just relax. It is now 5:15. Yes. The hair is a mess. It needs cutting. So I am going to start putting together this big batch cooking. I've got to cook some pasta. I've got to cook a lot of pasta because I want to eat it all week. In other news, I don't know why this is exciting. I bought an avocado on Friday. It's got ripe and ready on the label, which was a complete lie because this was the exact feeling of a rock. In fact, if I'd thrown it at that window, I feel like this avocado would have won. And it's now ripe. So I'm in the 5-minute window where it's edible and I don't want to eat an avocado. I will have it for breakfast tomorrow. So fingers crossed the avocado is still good for tomorrow morning. I'm going to have it with some toast and an egg. And please, please don't go mushy overnight. I'm going to very gently put you down and put you to one side and hope that you are okay for the morning. What else have I been doing? I've been doing a bit of editing. The video is uploaded. I am interfering with my video backlog again on YouTube and I am deleting content from 2013 because no one's watching it. No one needs to know what I plan to read in a week in 2013 and no one needs to know what I read in June 2013 because no one's watched it for a year. I think it had 2 views in the last year and I think I was one of them. So yeah, 2013 content is going. I am keeping the journaling stuff because people are actually still watching that. It's just basically the content that's await 10 years ago. It's just sat there on my YouTube channel and I find that as I delete stuff, more people are watching the newer stuff. So I think there's something in the algorithm there that basically if you've got a load of old content no one's watching, your stuff doesn't get recommended, and if you get rid of it, it does. So we're interfering. I'm not deleting everything. I'm just trimming here and there, but some of the stuff literally no one was watching over a year, so I don't think anyone's really going to miss it. Plans for tonight, after I have cooked my thing, I'm not going to do any more editing. I'm probably going to edit tomorrow night for Wednesday's video and then work on this Tuesday, Wednesday to upload Friday, I think. But I will try and get a couple of hours of my SBFBO finalist read tonight, because do need to get that work done. I know I was giving myself 2 weeks in February to read as many as possible, and I was hoping, really hoping, to get all 4 done that I still need to do, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So I would really like to get this one sort of tied up by midweek, so that at least I've got 1 done. And if I can manage to get at least 1 other done, that's fine, and I'll just read the last 2 at the beginning of March, and then we're all still on for getting everything done. So I've got a light out in my kitchen, which is great. That went the other day. They are fiddly and awkward lights to fit. So I am going to cook, and I'll show you what I end up with. Here is my giant pot of lunches. I made it quite spicy. I've got this that I got at a local food festival. It's amazing and tasty, and I've put far too much of it in there. So this is just about ready to serve. So this is going to be for me tonight and several lunches. So I've had a portion tonight. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more portions. Quite a successful night, but yeah. And you have just been sat in the corner shouting, haven't you? Hey? She wants a toy, but she'll get that later. Yeah, cleaning. It's going to take a while. It's 6:20. The kitchen is now clean. It took some doing. Spencer thinks it's time to play, but it's not. They get their playtime a bit later on, but I'm going to read for a bit. I'm going to set my timer going again so that I don't just waste the evening scrolling YouTube shorts. So I read for 42 minutes earlier. I'm going to try 6:20. I would like to read for between 90 minutes and 2 hours today, not including this morning's. So this evening I would like to read between the 90 minutes and 2 hours. So yeah, let's try. I think that's doable. So I'm going to read for a bit, take a break, and then I'll play with the kittens. It's nearly 9:30. I've managed to read about an hour in total, which is fine. I know I said 90 minutes, but Spencer has been wanting lots of cuddles, so we have been giving her lots of attention. She's currently spread out on my lap, so she's going to have to get up in a minute. She's been dreaming. We've been having a nice cuddle. Yeah. So I'm about a quarter of the way through my finalist. I'm on page 148, which is a good amount, considering I haven't really read a lot over the last few days. Things are just starting to pick up, starting to happen. We've had a lot of time being introduced to characters in the world, and now we're getting into some interesting prophecy and things. So I'm going to continue to read that over the next few days, and then I'll move on to another finalist. Hopefully I can get a good amount read before the 14th. But I'm going to go to bed now. I'm going to end the vlog here, and I will see you in my next video.